You know, there was something someone in my Tekken community told me recently, and yeah, I didn't discover this, but it's related to crouch blocking, and I think a lot of people, especially new players, they might not even know this. So let me give you an example. So typically, you would hold down. The game even tells you you have to hold down back to block, right? But usually down works as well. Like if you let her do a low. So if I hold down, you see that? It still works. It still works. Down back or down both work. So most of the time, because in a lot of other games I think it's traditional to hold down to block. So most people are not used to holding down back, which is understandable because that's literally me. I held down for like the entire year that I was playing. Like my first year of playing, I pretty much only held down. So like, because I would think like, you know, if they both crouch block the same way, why the fuck would you hold down back? It's just a bit more uncomfortable to hold down back than to hold down. But turns out that's not actually the case. They are not the same in a few situations. There are certain strings in this game that, you know, have like low, high, mid, high or whatever, right? And the thing is, you can't even duck those strings if you hold down. But for some reason, you can do it if you hold down back. Let me give you an example. The reason why I picked Elisa is because she was the biggest example. I had a stream like a few months ago where I played with my friend. This was still during season 2, but we were playing, and he did down 3-1. Down 3-1 is this. Okay, so that's down 3-1, right? If you look at it, it says low high. So obviously you're thinking, hey, the second hit can be ducked, right? Turns out, if you hold down, you're gonna get hit by that. So if you block the whole thing, it's okay if you hold down. But if you get hit by the first one and you try to duck the second hit by holding down, see that? You're gonna get hit. I don't know why this happens, but I remember in that stream I got so frustrated because I was like, I was thinking to myself, I'm blocking down 3-1. No, sorry, I'm ducking down 3-1. I'm actually just ducking. But it didn't work. But if you hold down back, you see? If you hold down back, you can duck it. I don't know why this is the case. But if you, yeah, it's not the same. Which is why the game tells you to hold down back. Because I think this is not intentional. Yeah, but I don't know what's up with this. Here's another good example, actually. And this is a big example because this is a key move for this other character. So, Heihachi's Hell Sweep is a mix-up, right? Because from his Hell Sweep, he can either do the mid, oops. He can do the mid, or he can do the low. Oops, which is a launcher. So this is very important because you don't, if you get hit by the mid, it's not a big deal. Like you lose your turn, sure. But if you get hit by this one, oops. If you get hit by the low again, you're gonna get launched. So let me record this. And I'll show you. So the first hit is a stagger low, right? That's obvious. So you can hold down to block this. Who cares? You can punish that with whatever. But anyways, so that's what the first one you can block by holding down. However, if you want to block the second one, that's an issue. You can't hold down because if you hold down, look at that. I held down. There's my input right there. Yep, I can't block it. And this happened also on ranked. One time I was playing ranked and this Heihachi player did it, and I was like, I literally died, but it didn't work. So if you hold down back, see that? Then you can block it. It's weird. Oops. Man, this low is now -10. That's fucking cheap. That's so cheap. That's so cheap. You can only... This is the only punish you can get now. A dick jab. This is the only punish. That's so cheap. But yeah. If you try to hold down, you're gonna get clipped. I don't know why. I don't know if it's intentionally like this, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, don't hold down to block. Hold down back. Start getting used to it. I'm trying to get used to it as well. I'm so used to holding down that holding down back initially is so like uncharacteristic. Because it's so weird. In so many other games, it's forward, back, up to jump, and then down to block. But in this one, you have to hold down back. So yeah, I know a lot of new players are gonna be confused because like they might be like, I'm blocking, like I'm crouch blocking. But the truth is, yeah, you are, but not the right way. Because down does the job most of the time. Most of the time. Like if you block like a lot of lows, you can hold down. But some situations like this will cost you. Like there are games that I could have won if I held down back to block this hell sweep. So this is actually essential. I'm trying to think of another example where this case happens. So can you block this with down? No, you can't. Ah, see? I'm holding down. It won't work. You have to hold down back. What if you do the full string? You can't either. Yep, you can't hold down to block. And you can't low parry that either. Yep, you can't low parry that. So you have to hold down back to block. Even if you hold down for the second one, it won't block the third one. Yep. This is one of those situations that you just have to hold down back if you want to be able to block punish this. But yeah, so just remember, hold down back, not down. Because these gimmick strings, like Kazumi's, this one, down back 2, 3, 4. This is a gimmick string that you'll see a lot in low ranks. People will finish the string a lot. Typically in high level play, you only use the first one and the second one. You rarely finish the string. So in low ranks, you'll see the string quite a bit if you fight Kazumi. And if you want to be able to block punish the second or third one, which you should, you're gonna have to hold down back. So remember that. The thing is, I don't know how well known this concept is, holding down back versus down, because nobody told me about it. I wish someone did, because nobody did. And I don't see any, like, I didn't see anybody talking about it. So I was like, I just assumed they were the same. I just assumed like down and down back were like equal, but they're not. They're very much not. Because this kind of situation will kill you in low ranks. If you don't block this string, they're just gonna keep doing it. And if you try to block it with down, you're not gonna block it obviously. And then you have to hold down back. That's just the way it is. Big thanks to Land94 for telling me this. I was watching his stream and he was telling me about this. Yeah, he's someone I know from my offline community. But yeah, I'm glad he told me about this, because otherwise I probably, I mean, I kind of knew like you had to hold down back most of the time, but I just didn't know like it was like so essential, such an essential thing in like these cases. So yeah, just get used to the motion of holding down back to block. It might be weird if you've been holding down the entire time to block, but you know, once you get used to this concept, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.